Yeah, that's right, we are back. Today I'm pretty excited because I'm back out on the Camel Trail here in Cornwall, and I've bought the Lycaon TRX 3.0 all-terrain electric skateboard out to do some speed tests. It's going to be pretty exciting. Now, I've already done a video on the setup and the basic sort of cruising on this board, so you might want to go back and check that video out. In terms of setup, I've got the 155mm pneumatic wheels on, and the riding surface today is sort of loose tarmac, so hopefully there shouldn't be too much anxiety with catching a stone or a bump when I start hitting those top speeds. My trucks are pretty loose. I've had a lot of fun testing out how tight I can carve this board. I've been doing some Dukes of Hazzard style sort of donut burnouts, and it's possible to get some quite tight turns with these trucks, so I'm hoping I won't get any speed wobble. I've bought my truck key anyway, just in case I need to tighten those up. Now, on the controller, I've got 4 different modes. I've got the low mode, medium, the high mode, and the pro mode. And to record the speed, I've got the GPS on the GoPro, and I've also got a speed readout here on the hand controller. Now, the GPS on the GoPro is notoriously unreliable. It either doesn't work or it's a little bit out. So I've tried to calibrate this with the speedo in my car, and it's running a solid 10 to 12% too slow. So 50 kilometers an hour in the car is coming out at about 44 kilometers an hour on the GoPro. But this sort of shows up that this hand controller is pretty much correct. So I'm going to attempt to call out the speed on the hand controller as I go and try not to throw myself off balance as I do it. I've got the wind up my chuff today as well, so hopefully that'll help with the top speed. And I've also got this little bit of hill and nice tarmac, which I think will allow the motors to release and give me that top speed. So I'm just going to turn this round and get back to my starting point, and then we'll start with a low power top speed run. I've got the controller in low power mode, and I'm just going to boost it up. The coast is clear, so here we go. And that's pretty cruisy. It's showing 20 kilometers an hour on the controller. Just coming up to my fastest bit. I think the motors will release a bit now. Oh yeah, 23 kilometers an hour. So that is pretty manageable in the low power mode. I reckon I could run out of that. Let's turn this bad boy round and we'll go back for a medium power run. So I'll pop it into medium power. In the interest of keeping everything the same, I'm going to go back to the same spot and use the same bit of tarmac. So I've got the controller on the medium mode. The coast is clear, so I'm going to boost it up. Here we go. Oh, that feels a little bit different. Woo! Okay, that's showing 31 kilometers an hour, and that feels faster than I can run out. I think it'll release a little bit more now. Yeah, about 32, 33 kilometers an hour. If I want to reduce the speed, I can just let it coast by taking my hand off this jog wheel. And then if I want to brake, I can do that as well by pulling back on that jog wheel. I find this hobby wing system is really easy to use. Just plug and play. You charge up the skateboard and then you just press on the controller and the whole thing springs to life. It syncs up automatically, and then you've got a readout with the kilometers an hour that you're doing, the mode, the battery life on the hand controller, the battery life of the board, and some various other things like how far you've been on this run. Okay, I'm going to turn around and wait for the coast to be clear because I'm going into high mode. So that is going to be pretty scary. And it's looking good. So I'm in the high mode. I'm going to start boosting this up. I think this is going to be a little bit more scary. So I'm going to bend my knees down a bit, see if I can stop the speed wobbles. Okay, boosting it up now. Woo! That feels a lot different. Okay, that's 40 kilometers an hour. Woo! And I got a little bit of a speed wobble there at about 42 kilometers an hour. Now that was pretty exciting. Let's turn this round, just check we can. Oh my goodness, that felt a lot different in the high speed mode. 40 kilometers an hour. Absolutely glorious day on the Camel Trail today. Bit of water over there. And I'm going to try and do this high speed run again, just with the coast clear. I know what to expect now, so I reckon I can get up to about 42 kilometers an hour. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Just check this speedo. Yeah, 42 kilometers an hour on the speedo there. Okay, heading back. Gonna stick it into pro mode and see what happens. I think I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna go faster. Oh, I'm slightly tempted to tighten these trucks at this point. I see how it feels on this first pro mode speed run. If it is a bit wobbly, I'm gonna tighten the trucks up because I really don't fancy a speed wobble at 50 kilometers an hour. That 42 kilometers an hour is obviously way faster than my Pelican legs could possibly gallop out of. Okay, I've popped her into pro mode. Let's see what happens. I'm pretty nervous. Here we go then. Whoa! Oh, oh my goodness. So yeah, I got up to 48 kilometers an hour on the hand controller and she started to wobble. The nose was twitching. So I think I might just put a little bit more truck on because that was fairly terrifying. Okay, so I'm in pro mode. The coast is looking clear. What I learned in that last run was it's just a case of bottle, and like any sort of speed run there is a point of no return. I'm going to boost her up now, stay nice and low. Woo! I'm finding it pretty scary to commit. I think I can hit the 50 kilometers an hour this time. I'm just going to go for it and see what happens. Hopefully I don't get any speed wobbles. Stay a bit lower. Here we go. Oh my goodness. That's full speed. Yeah. Okay, that said 50 kilometers an hour on the speedo, and then it started to wobble. Oh my goodness. Crikey. Yeah, that was definitely 50 kilometers an hour on the handset. I think I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. Well, that's it for this speed test video of the Lycaon TRX 3.0 all-terrain electric skateboard with the 155mm wheels on it and an 85 kilo rather uncoordinated scared to death rider on top. Pretty pleased to get that 50 kilometers an hour top speed in the pro mode. That's quoted on the website as the top speed. To be honest, I wouldn't want to go any faster on any sort of electric skateboard style device. That was definitely faster than my legs would carry me should I want to run out. And I guess that's where the adrenaline comes from. It's that point of no return, going past that and knowing that the bail is not an option. I reckon I could do with slightly tighter trucks if I was going to do that speed for a prolonged period, because I did get a bit of a speed wobble. And that was the last thing that I wanted. But overall, that was pretty exciting. My knees are trembling. I'm going to have to go and get myself a beverage. So if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit subscribe. I make new videos every week. You can also follow me on Instagram @JohnBishopSkate. As ever, my name's been John Bishop, and I'll see you next time.